Dave Dagenais, the 2015 ASHE president.
You've been with NEHES forever.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the first meeting you went to?
Oh boy, I don't. It was several years ago, but I can tell you that when I attended that first meeting, it was very clear to me that this was an organization to get engaged in. And I always tell this story to folks that I have the opportunity to speak with, is that I joined NEHES and I said, I want to be the president of NEHES. And when I went to my first ASHE event, I sat in the audience and I said, I want to be the president of ASHE. So it's been an inspirational process for me personally, as well as for growth as an engineer in our industry. So it's been very, very rewarding.
So here you are, president of the national organization.
Yes, very exciting.
What's so cool about it?
I think many of us want to have an opportunity to better ourselves personally, but I think more importantly, as president of the American Society of Healthcare Engineers, we can start to give back to the industry. And what I mean by that is, we set course on a national agenda, and the reality is that we have to advocate for our industry as a whole, and as president at that level, it allows me to begin that give back process that's very enjoyable.
When you look at the national scene, you're talking about large metropolitan hospitals, and you're talking about very small hospitals out in rural areas. How do you try to get a vision for all of those?
Sure. I would tell you there's no difference. Meaning at a national level, we think everything is scalable. And what I mean by that is what is right and appropriate for that large hospital you just described is also right and appropriate for that smaller community hospital. It's just scalable. So what we try to do is we try to look at our initiatives, our advocacy, our focus around bettering our members, not as large hospitals versus small hospitals, but really what is the standard? What do we need everyone to have and do? And then just make it scalable.
Is there one eye-opening experience that you've had being president that maybe you didn't expect, that just...
Sure. I think the exposure allows me to interact with many, many people. Over the years, these types of events, from a networking perspective, are wonderful. But it's the degree of networking. I have the opportunity to go all over the country and meet with many chapters throughout our membership base, and it's just that wonderful feeling of knowing that as a group, ASHE and the individual chapters, we're impacting patient care more now than we ever have in the history. And that's just extremely rewarding. So to hear the wonderful things that all of our chapters are doing and be able to compare them with one another just makes me feel like the purpose of what we do through ASHE and the local chapters like NEHES, there's a reason for that. And the end result is provide better quality patient care.